Yo, what's up? What's up? You guys are here early. I literally just clicked it like even less than a minute ago. I'm so glad you were able to see the notification. Let me switch the screen. I kind of want to go early. Alrighty. Yo. Let me move this away. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Move this a little bit. I think it's safer over here. We'll keep that away for now. Hello, and how are you all doing tonight? I literally just started. Like I said, I see some people here early, very familiar faces, and I'm so happy about that. Am I sounding good? Everything's okay in check? I think so. I think I double checked this time that my microphone was okay, that the music was okay, and the music is a little different today. I actually found a streaming that will not cut me later, because it's actually it's a non-copyrighted music stream with anime music, and that's what you're listening to right now. If you're able to hear, of course. On my side, it sounds okay. I know that I'm talking way too much over the music. At some point, I have to lower it down a little bit, because we have a big episode today. There's a lot going on right now, and I want to go over a lot of details, especially some new segments that are added to the show, and it's also a new first for that. Okay, I think there it sounds good. Yeah, I should keep this window open. Yeah, it's an anime music podcast that you're listening to on the background. That's the music. It's mostly anime, but it's like with none of the vocals and arranged specifically for streaming. All right, so with that out of the way, hello and welcome to the IN-SAIN sorry, my throat got a little parched for a second. Hello. Oh, look who's here. Hello, RJ. Hope you're doing okay tonight. And as I was saying, yeah, you guys are here early. I am going to be having quite a big episode today. Hopefully, we'll be able to condense it, and so I don't take you guys' time. I always appreciate the support for everyone visiting, everyone supporting me in other ways. Like, you can always watch it later. You can also give a like. Anything that supports is super valuable. Hold on a second. What's this over here? Did you guys notice something in the background today? Can you guess where I'm at? Oh, I believe I am in. No, this is not Anime Expo. This is not Anime Expo. This is the battlefield of the new COVID X. Holy crap! This place is packed, and there's so much going on, and that's one of the topics for today. Because, oh my goodness, there's so much going on with like the conventions, and the whole weekend has all been about news, big bombs dropping, and not literal, but lots of news. I will be covering some of those things today. And, well, let me get some housekeeping out of the way quick. And if you're watching this, you are right now watching it on youtube.com/Saint Cisco VGS. I have to fix that. I have to fix that link. Someone addressed that to me, and it's an old URL that I have to fix on my profile. But it still makes sense. I still play video games. I think. Actually, that is the least that I've been doing this week. This week has been so full of news, and I've been so entertained watching all the stuff that's been going on that I haven't had a chance to play video games. Like, the only thing that I've been playing is just like the gacha. And for once, I broke a record. I broke a record that I haven't broken in quite a while. I didn't play Genshin Impact for one single day. That is quite the shocking. It's very shocking news for me, because you know what it takes for me to not play Genshin Impact and do my dailies? I think the last time that I did that, it was because I was in the hospital, literally fainting. I don't know if I mentioned this story on the stream, but it was like the only day that I wasn't able to do my Genshin Impact dailies. It was because I was staying like a week in the hospital. I'm always playing it on PC or on my iPad, I guess, but that's very rare. I don't like playing it on the iPad. I prefer playing it on the PC, And well, if I'm away from it, I can't play. But yeah, enough about gaming. There's very little about games, but the only thing news related about video games this week, it was actually the Nintendo Direct. It happened. It happened recently. It happened. It actually happened like the day after the podcast. It was announced. I actually have a small window on my right side. Let me fix that for a second. I actually want to put that on the screen. And oh my goodness, I have to be very careful about the window because I noticed that if I put the window up, I might get like a copyrighted for certain things like videos or music. I just have to be more safe about that. I've been getting slapped left and right this week because of copyrighted stuff. Yeah. Let me see. If I'm going fast, let me know. So let's see. That's me with the Rimuru Gacha this week. Just doing dailies and construction. Yeah, it's pretty relaxing. I like doing like stuff like that, regardless of how monotonous it is. Before I start showing the news, did you all see the opening screen? I think I posted a photo of it on Facebook just now, and it's this one. Oh my goodness! I have to be very thankful to Ken Senpai. He always delivers like the funniest meme about Sane. I freaking love them. I am freaking in love with this one. It's probably the funniest one that I've seen so far. When it comes to terms of like considering if the best, I think I love all my fan art equally. I really love all every time that someone makes a fan art of my little VTuber, I'm just like, oh, I'm so thankful. It just really melts my heart. It's one of the reasons that I started this. I just like constructing all that stuff, and I like watching all the fan art always and the memes. And this one just delivers in all the aspects. It's so good. I love JoJo. Am I a JoJo fan? Maybe. There's a lot of memes about that, but I'll take that out of the way and continue with today's show that has to do with Anime Expo, which we'll get that into eventually because today we also have stories about conventions. And that's a lengthy post. Lots of people said some really deep stories about their convention experiences or interesting things that they heard in other convention places. And by the way, if you hear the music a little too loud, just let me know. I'm trying to keep it low, but I'm also keeping the mood of like the anime environment and stuff like that. Yeah, but if you're just here to chill, then that's okay. I'll continue rambling. So yeah, hold on a second. Let me see if I can find the window capture. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right here. Put it right here. Wait for a second. I can't put it right there for a sec. I can't put it there right now. I need to fix it first. I'm a little disorganized today because, oh my god, I'm in so much pain. I'm in pain because if my voice sounds a little raspy, it's because I'm kind of getting sick. It's been raining and it's been throwing me off, and I've been kind of like the humidity just gets to me. And also I have, for some reason, I have a huge like back pain on my lower back. I don't know if it's because of age or something or I pull a muscle, but it's just been hurting so much. Yeah, that's the thing. And my back hurts a lot. So if you're here to listen to a grumpy VTuber, then get ready for it because I'm gonna do about that. I'm just rambling left and right with that. So yeah, now I can put it on here. So first of all, yeah, you all know about it. This is kind of old news, even though it just happens literally last week. When it comes to the internet, there is no chill when it comes to like the speed of news. Sometimes a news like this that happened a week ago, it feels like it happened a month ago. There was a Nintendo Direct Mini. There was many people that were like super appreciated that even though it was a partner showcase, there were tons of news that were really good. I saw the Mega Man collection and I loved it. I hope one day we get a Mega Man Legends collection because it really deserves it on the Nintendo or on the consoles for that matter. Because those Mega Man games that they show in the partner showcase, they're also coming to the PC. So yeah, that was really cool. Speaking of Mega Man, hopefully I'll be able to continue the Mega Man gameplay this week. And now let's continue right here. I'm gonna move it just a little bit just in case to be safe. Yeah, ending of Chill Hero was alright. The ending of Chill Hero this week, it was pretty good. I'm trying to not divide the segments of gaming and anime. I'm not trying to condense it into one because the end topic is going to be the Anime Expo. Alright. And after that, oh yeah, I finally got my NOS plushie. I have to be careful with that word. One time I mentioned it here on stream and someone pointed at me that the word that I said, the plush, sounded just like really awkward. It sounded like something else. So yeah, I have to be careful. It's very beautiful. I love characters that have this aesthetic. This is the Nosferatus. It's an artist on Twitter who's like very big. They're OC super popular. They always get a ton of fan art. And if you know me, I love Hex Maniac aesthetic. Everything that has to do with like gothic and the beautiful waifus like this, it's always good to me. I like it. And next, here we have. Yeah, we just finally everywhere. Yeah, we got the news about the new Persona game that was part of the Nintendo Direct. It was we already all knew that. So then Persona coming everywhere, no excuse to not play it. Very amazing games. You'll be able to play them in all the consoles now, on PC as well. That's good. Oh, let's see here. RJ saying, I'll skip the Mega Man collection. Not very attached to the Battle Network. I played the first 3 back in the day, and I had my fail. I had mixed feelings with the announcement. Yeah, I get you. I'm pretty sure that you're mostly looking forward for like the revival of Legends. You want to see more of that, and I'm pretty sure that if Legends come back, you'll get the thing you want the most. More Tron. I kid, but it's great. More Tron to the world, it's great. And more Roll too. I love Mega Man Legends is a treasure. I hope we get it. It really deserves it. Those games are quite expensive and really tough to get. So, and here, this week, I dipped a little bit of art. I created this Hashima version of IN-SAIN. It's actually not based on this. I just learned that this meme is not based on Hashima. Somebody actually pointed out that this pose actually belongs to a different anime. Kind of forgot the name, but yeah, it's based on an anime. I'll see that. I'll see to that eventually to see which anime does it belong to. But it's pretty cool. It's an iconic pose. I'll be using this in a lot of posts because I like it. I'll probably make it an emote on Discord. I just keep forgetting. And speaking of Discord, I will get to that in a bit. Let me cover some of the fast news out of the way. All right. So after, let's see. Oh yeah, Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact quick news. Genshin Impact had a massive leak, and I'm not going to be covering some of that because leaks are a very touchy topic in like the community, and also I just want to respect. I know there's a bunch of things related to the Dendro characters. Everybody already knows, but I'll be showing you what's public right now. And what that is the new costume for the look, and it looks amazing. I am very biased. It looks totally like me. I will be all over that. I will be all over that costume. Hopefully I have enough to spare it. And also, aside from that one, we're getting a costume for Fischl. I'll be honest, if you told me that this was Fischl, I would not believe you at first because I couldn't notice. It looks like a Dragalia-lost character with this costume. Because Fischl's costume is very it lacks symmetry. And when you see her like this, it has so much so much symmetry that it's very uncanny to see Fischl dressed like this. So, and continuing after that with some quick news. Oh yeah, the anime Machikado finally ended. The ending was very heartwarming. It's obviously coming for a next season. Yeah, and it's gonna have another season. I'm very glad. These characters are very, very amazing, very cute. I talk about this like all 3 weeks in a row. And by the way, it's been 1 entire month of me doing streams. Wow, it's been quite a journey. It feels like more, but it feels like a lot. Soon I'll talk about when the post comes in the timeline. I will read about that in a minute. I have done so much in this past week that I don't even believe it. I've just been so immersed into like this whole streaming and podcast that I haven't been able to play games, and it's just purely been enjoying trying to interact more with the community and my friends and all people that are in my timeline. They've just been really helpful. And if you have not, let's see, continuing here. Oh my god, this one's good. This piece of news is like super good. It's good, but in a weird way. Don't judge me. I'm actually looking respectfully, but wait, that's not the wrong window. That's the window capture. There we go. Yeah, this isn't quite news, but it's something that kind of caught people off by surprise, and that's the fact that Hololive English members were having a collaboration, and in a sudden moment, it went trending when the character of Ina turned her back and showed some really good assets about her model. You heard that right. I said assets. I didn't say anything else. Well, it's been popular, and even Ina herself went to Twitter and said, "What the heck happened to my art tag?" Because if you search right now for Ina's art tag on her profile on Twitter, all you're gonna see is like drawings of her back in like very majestic ways. It's it's so good, and yeah, very respectful. She looks very ladylike over here, and it's like yeah, she won a very good spotlight in the Hololive this week. Let's see. Oh, what? I hear a weird noise. I'm very scared. Today has been kind of chaotic outside. There was a thunderstorm, so I thought I wouldn't be able to stream tonight. There was actually the light went out for like a minute, but luckily the light is back and I'm able to be streaming. All right, going up to more news. This isn't news right here that I'm looking at, but I'm very glad to show this to you all. Hey, I got a fish. I got a pet fish because I felt a little lonely. I decided her name is Finana. My dear fish name is Finana. What a very fitting name for a VTuber. Yeah, it's a betta fish. It's it's a very tiny betta fish. I got it in a nice big aquarium, and it's happily swimming right there in the living room. Every night I try to like be careful when to feed it and when to not. I'm still learning what's the timing when it comes to feeding these types of animal. It's been like a decade. I feel like it's been so long since I take care of a fish. Actually, no, it hasn't been a decade. I used to have a fish that it was based after one of the I named it after a character from My Little Pony. So yeah. Hola, Des. Hello, glad you can make it. I'm glad you're here to say hello. I'm just here talking about my fish, like very riveting podcast content. Yeah, we're just doing a little bit of podcast before I start talking about the anime conventions and stuff like that, and also about the collaborations that I've been making. So yeah, let me remove the window a little bit and continue scrolling so I can safely check. Oh yeah, another piece of news. Yeah, this is huge. During the entire oh, thank you. Yeah, the fish is very cute. I love my little Finana. Yeah, so about news, Anime Expo has been going on this entire weekend, and there's just been a ton of news about anime figures. Oh my goodness, I don't think my wallet can handle it. In fact, I don't think I can afford any of these because these are so expensive. But the entire Hololive English is getting not the entire, but I think the first generation is getting Figma figures. And on top of that, I didn't share them on Facebook because there's so much, and I don't want to bother people with sharing so many posts about anime figures. I also like keeping my timeline organized because it helps me do these videos. But if there's an anime figure character that you've been looking forward to this weekend, and it's a VTuber, you probably gotta get it because even the VShoyo characters are getting a figure. And oh my god, Iron Mouse is getting an Endoroid, and I'm also looking forward to that one. I definitely gotta make some income. Hopefully I can be able to make some income so I can get so I can get Iron Mouse. I gotta represent my kind. I gotta represent our Puerto Rican kind. Yeah, so I'm hopefully I'll be able to get that. And have you seen these glasses? They're really cool. I actually just learned that these also have the effect of 3D. So if I turn my head like this, you're able to see the effect, and that's so awesome. Let me see. You see it closer? Is this annoying? There we go. Let me give you a better look like that. Yeah, I bet you I can do the news like this. You won't be able to see the Anime Expo in the background, but I like these glasses. They're really cute. Oh yeah, there we go. I think it's better if I say it like that. Lucina is right there. In fact, I'm gonna let Lucina do the news. So next over here we have. Let me continue. Let me move the screen to the safety corner. Safety corner. What is this? Oh yeah, we talked about this last week, but in this new, and this isn't new, but I guess it's a good joke. someone pointed out that they dropped Aaron from Game Grumps as a representative from Sega to put Corone from Hololive, and that's just hilarious. I think she deserves a spot. I know that Aaron gets a lot of smack for all the things he said about Sonic, but I don't know if it's like okay. Here's a strong take. I know that brands like Hololive are very filtered, and some people have pointed out that at least Aaron was honest about Sonic games. I mean, they both have their own filters. Aaron Hansen did his own ways of like expressing his love for Sonic, and he didn't do it justice. At least not the way that some people wanted him to do, because Sonic games, even though some of them are a glitchy mess, they can be enjoyable, and some of them have really good features, no matter how cringy they are, like in Sonic Adventure Story. But in my opinion, I think some of the games deserve the entire credit. Yeah. Oh, hey, hold on. I am sorry for being polite and let me put my face back in. And good morning to you too. Good morning. What time is it over there? It's a good evening here. It's actually late. This is the first time that I do the podcast so late. I thought 9 would be a more ideal time. I see some more numbers going up and down, so I guess that's good. Yeah, about about damn time they dropped Aaron. Yeah, I don't think he did a good job representing Sega. I think they picked him just because he played them and he was popular. But yeah, I think Corone also has her own bits of honesty, but of course, as a company, as a brand, she has to also represent the cleanliness of like being a content creator, especially when it has to do with when she has to be affiliated with so many commercial brands. Yeah, I understand that. So in my opinion, I know they both filter, but I'd rather pick Corone's pure heart over Aaron's like dishonest opinion. It's 9:25 a.m. here. Oh my god. Oof. Over here it's the opposite time. It's 9:25 p.m. It's super early over there, but yeah. I hope you're having a wonderful morning and good breakfast to you too. I don't know, I'm thinking about breakfast. I basically just had a salad with kimchi. I'm finally glad to be able to get more kimchi on my hands. I got it at Costco, even though I dishonor my kind, because I love buying the market handmade kimchi, but I think I went with the store bought, and it doesn't have as much flavor. It doesn't have as much heat or spiciness, but it was pretty good. I had a salad with kimchi, and I also added some chicken nuggets on the side. I call them chicken nuggets, but it's more like a boneless wing, basically. What's the difference? There's no difference. Is a boneless wing is just a glorified nugget. Fight me on that, because it's true. What's the difference between a boneless chicken and a chicken nugget? There is no difference. It's just a meat breaded in a circle. I don't understand the whole dilemma of calling them different. It's more it sounds like a fancy name. I know nuggets always have this whole ideology that it just sounds like a more cute name. Or, well, a nugget is actually just based on the word that is like it's about how it's encapsulated. That's what it is. But the final issue. The final issue. The traffic. Oh yeah. I'm gonna talk about Finana. The Finana issue. I didn't post about that on my timeline, but I did. I was gonna talk about that. That was actually a mail. I'm gonna talk about the mailbag in a minute, and that also includes a member who's here. There's also I'm talking about the mailbag topic. One of them is the Finana, and also another special topic that I want to touch on. So yeah, I'll be talking about that in a minute. In literally in a minute. Hold on a second. Let me continue with the news thingy, and I will get just to that. Thank you for reminding me about that. Oops. Hopefully the stream is okay, guys. I clicked something and the screen just went haywire. Yeah. Actually, yeah. I can cover it right now. And I will say this. I'm gonna turn down the music so I can say this like with proper. Let me put this right here. It belongs right here. Music, where are you? There we go. All right, pause. So to cover the mailbag, and let me give you all a quick reminder. I should have said this at the beginning during the housekeeping, but we have a new segment that is a Sane Cisco's mailbag. And you can access the mailbag anywhere, basically. Just leave a comment on this video or leave a comment on my Twitter about it. You can do hashtag sane mailbag, or you can leave it on my Discord. And the Discord is also in the description of all these videos. I created a Discord about a week ago, and in that Discord I also included a section about mailbag where anyone can post a question for me to read, whether it's an issue that you have that you want me to dabble on, or something, a topic of personal things related to gaming, anime, etc., or something personal that maybe you need help with. Hopefully, I'll be able to give my best help up there because of all the experience that I have in my life, and yeah, hopefully they'll also be able to help you. I get tons of questions related to like to gender oriented stuff because I try to be as professional as possible when it comes to that, and that's something that I want to also highlight as respectful, because it's something that I understand all the memes and words related to that. And okay, so you mentioned specifically, oh yeah, before that, yo, finally I get to see you live. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you were able to make it, and I hope you enjoy your stay here. Also, we're gonna be touching a very sensible topic right now, and that has to do with the VTuber known as Finana. And coincidentally, Finana was also in. It's also the name of the fish that I just bought. Where's the Discord link? Oh yeah, the Discord link it should be in the description. I know that I put it in there before I went live. I know that I also have it in all the videos. You can find it over there. I have a link tree that can also guide you to all my socials. So yeah, going back to Finana. Let me say this in one whole sweep. So there's always a misconception when it comes to the use of words that are slurs, and some people say that the word trap, the one that you see in a lot of memes related to like anime, when it comes to characters like Astolfo or the cat from ReZero, Felix, was it Felix? Yeah. So characters like that usually have the terminology. The term uses trap, and some people feel slightly discomfort because the word tends to be derogatory, because even though it's a meme, it should be a joke. And the VTuber known as Finana, she decided that because of the discomfort of the word, and in order to be respectful to members of the community, she decided to ban the word from her chat. But I kind of disagree. I kind of disagree that the word should not be banned, because it's also a word that is used for other things. Like, it's used in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's used to describe things that are legit, like, traps in video games. And yeah, it's a word that it has a lot of meanings. When it comes to slurs, it's usually something that is very touchy. Because, and why is the word slur? It's something, well, I should do more, I'm not a professional when it comes to these things, so don't take me for it. You can have your own opinion about it. Yeah, the trap discourse. Uh, yeah, and when it comes to stuff like that, it's just like, it's very demeaning. The character is never intending to be like the mischievous. That's just the way they like to be in some cases, not in all cases. Some characters like to use it as the actual meaning of the word trap, but not every character who is like slightly feminine or masculine, and etc., because it can go both ways. They're not trying to be hurtful or about it or trapping people. It's just how they like to be. So the fact that some people throw it as a slang, it can be really hurtful. So you gotta be careful who you say that word to or how you use it. It's always about connotation. That's my personal opinion. I'm not saying this can be yours. But when it comes to someone like me, I don't think I would go as far as to ban the usage of the word, because I know it can have I know it can have meanings that are consensual. Yeah, like other slurs, like the B word, like bitch or stuff like that. I'll say it. I don't care. But I'm just saying, in the spectrum of words that are like that, yeah, it's very serious. Just be careful how you use it. Just be careful when you're using it to offend someone else. And that's one of the mailbags, and that one's from Anonymous. They didn't want it to reveal who their identity was. I always ask, or if they wanted to. And I'm going to read another mailbag that is very important to me, because I want to touch on this topic. It's the second mailbag of the day, and it was directly in my Discord. Let's see. It says here, I have an interesting topic for a future show. A section talking about waifu culture and how can sometimes it can help people outside of the stereotype. This I understand very good. Iris said she loves traps. Wait, hold on. I know that comment. I know that comment, Thomas. Hello. I understand. Like I said, yeah, I understand. Like it all depends on the meaning. See, I know Iris. You're talking about Iris from Hololive. Yeah, I'm glad some people caught the topic. And if I did hurt someone, then I think you didn't understand the point that I was saying, and I'll stick to it. I don't think I'm gonna ban something like that word or something as just like simple as that. Just be careful how you use it and how you direct that word to it. That's all. And hold my crap. I was showing a freaking conversation on on the screen. Scuffed. My streams always have a little bit of a hiccup. Let me back down a little bit so it can be better. Lucina, you need to chill. Sit down here. There we go. About the mailbag. Let me reread it again, and then I'll get back to all of you's topics, because I know I got a bunch to cover right now, and it's already past the half an hour mark. So here we go. It's the Discord. Here we go. The question. The topic. It's talking about directly about waifu culture and the stereotypes around it, but also touching the positive side of it. Okay, okay, rat. So there's it's always very it's always a thing when it comes to like anime fans and how they treat the whole waifu topic. They think that, well, it's not some people get super emotionally attached to some characters, and I just want to say that it doesn't always have to be an experience that will be a bad one. Sometimes it can be a token, and that's a special keyword. I want to highlight the definition of that word. Sometimes it can be a token of positivity, because some people base their entire like like their fandom around a certain character, and that can help them move forward. And anytime they see something related to the character, like fan art or merchandise, or the character doing really good in media, it can be like super motivational. So it's very dear to your heart when you see something like that happen. It happened to me. I know some people here like to like portray their identity about a certain character. I'm not calling anyone out. It's just a thing that we all have for some reason, especially around weebs. We just like that. We just we like having our identity around our character, and it's not our only identity, but it's something that represents us. And some people really fall in love with the characters, and I know it can get a little out of hand. It can get a little creepy. I'll say it. But sometimes it's just a token of positivity. Bad words are what can make a stream. I'll take your advice. But yeah, in general, it doesn't always have to be a token of like seen as something negative. It can be a token of extreme positivity. It will always like be. It can help you. It can help you a lot move forward. Like when you start getting characters, merchandise of your own character. It's very motivational. I personally myself have done that in several occasions, because I know that some people say, "Oh, you should only stick to like one waifu in general or husbando," but it always changes from time to time. You always change your token. And what do I mean by token? A token is something that you can have that is like motivational in your life. It's more like an entity. It's a psychological term that you can carry on with something. It doesn't only have to be related to a character. It can be an object, an item of good luck. It's something that will always like be on your mind. When, for example, if you're really stressed, you can always like look at a keychain or look at a pebble. Some Buddhas and stuff like that have their own meanings of that. They have their own definition of what a token is. There's a man, you can read about that. You can see videos about that. Do you have a husband or a waifu? I actually do. I have a husbando at this very moment. Should I call it husbando or should I call it husbando or waifu? Because it's kind of both. It goes both ways. That character, and that character is Rimuru Tempest. And which is actually a really funny answer. I know some people in this chat would be saying, "Oh, well, isn't it supposed to be Anna from Fire Emblem?" At this very moment, is Rimuru from Rimuru. I like Rimuru. Is that a husbando or is that a waifu? You know what? If you gotta be the best, you gotta be the best of both. And that's what Rimuru is all about. The character's representations basically like cover in all those spectrums. So yeah, I think Rimuru is read lately my token. I really like the character in lots of ways. Not in a creepy way. Don't see me as a wrong thing. Anyways, yeah. So here, watching live for the first time. I saw your warning about clowns. Are we talking about the scary ones or the clussy ones? Ooh, how about both? Actually, I've never been someone who's afraid of clowns. That's funny because even since I was a kid, I was like, I know there's scary things about clowns. I understand the scariness about it, but I've never been scared about clowns. I remember being at a birthday party and seeing a kid like super frightened by a clown approaching them, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa! I want to interact with this thing. What the fuck is this creature? What is this creature? Please let me entertain myself with it. They're doing a fantastic job, like doing very budget magic tricks under the under the freaking heat of the sun while I saw their painting. Wow, I'm having a flashback right now, and like extremely like the imagery is extremely vivid in my head. I remember that moment when I was a kid, like super accurate. Remove Fawaizu or Husbando? And the answer is yes. That is correct. So yeah, beware of clowns and beware of Clussy. Don't stick it in crazy, if you know what I mean. Clussy best. Yeah, that topic is still ongoing. I'm surprised. Super relevant, even though it's like about to like go down soon. Clown to clown communication. I'm a clown myself. Am I not entertaining? I mean, is that not my job right now? Being entertaining to people? I'm not different. Even though I have a degree and a bachelor's degree, I decided to be a clown online. Ain't that a lot better? And by the way, I have physics right now. Holy crap! I enhanced the physics of my character, so it can be a bit more movement. Everything on my body is like starting to move when I move like this. I'm sorry for audio only listeners, but yeah. I guess I'm a certified clown of the internet. I'm definitely a clown when it comes to Facebook. Those posts get like crazy. You want the Joker? Yeah, don't stick it on crazy. Anyways, I feel like I should continue with the topic of the conventions. Just at least rapid firing this because the comment section blew up. There's so many stories here that I want to read, and yeah, I wanna talk about that right now. So, Anime Expo is going on right now. So, what do you guys think about it? Because right now, do you have anyone here right now? Because I know there's plenty of people tonight. It's a very good night. I'm glad that I streamed at this hour. So anyone here that have any convention stories? Like you don't have to say like the place or name or anyone's name, but any Comic-Con conventions, any anime conventions in general. Because I certainly have some. I'll confess it right now. This is not something that I like to say in public, but heck, I'll just say it right now because I'm not related to that anymore. I used to be a retail convention retail seller. I used to sell in booths. I had my own merchandise and I had my own. I used to resell stuff. It's something because I'm a collector myself. Well, I used to be a very avid collector. I'm trying to like cool it down these days and just focus on the things I like. It's a bit more healthier. But in general, I was a convention seller, and I saw so much that is like weird. And I'm pretty sure that if I read this entire comment section, there's people that may know about me, and there's stories that I saw myself in here too. Tira loco mai. What a nice Puerto Rican television reference right there. It's coming, Des. You know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna start from top, and someone here said in this comment section, not really crazy, but we had multiple actors and multiple actors at our shop in our booth. Oh, this is coming from another retail seller. Yeah. When it comes to that, I had actors and celebrities come to like the booths, and if I remember correctly, in the conventions that I worked on, I probably had the entire cast of Power Rangers, like from the first Power Ranger or in the second one, come to my booth. Is this guy who does the voices? Oh my god, what's his name again? He also does like a ton of anime voices. He does the voice of Ichigo. Yeah, he was around the booths, and yeah, he came up too. And more specifically, I also had an experience with like Vic Mignogna. Am I saying that correctly? You know, the one controversial dude that has the voice of Full Metal Alchemist, Edward, and also Brawley from the DBC. And well, I had that guy on my boot, and I also talked to him like one on one. I actually did so not a few years ago as well, and they actually remember me like, oh my god, you were this guy from that convention, and some people would be like so pity enough to like not talk or give them a chance. I know they got in trouble. I know the dude got in trouble. Yeah, Johnny Young Bosch. Thank you. That's the name of the one that I saw earlier. Yeah, I talked to Johnny Young Bosch like several times. I got his autograph in like a Gurren Lagann figure, and yeah. But talking about Big was always like super relevant in like the conventions in our local place, and I managed to get his autograph, and you'll never guess where. It was the only thing that I was carrying in my hands, and that was a Death Note. I didn't intend it to do that. It was like not like a petty thing. It's just the only thing that I had the autograph of where to put it, and he willingly put his autograph on my Death Note. So I have a Death Note with Big Mignogna's autograph. I know some people will be like, "Oh yeah, good" and stuff like that, but fuck, I don't know. I don't know enough to be saying bad stuff about the dude. I know some people will say like, "Oh yeah, the dude's bad" or etc. I talked to him and he seemed very nice. I had my own experience with him. I had a photograph with him too. Don't remember what that photograph is, but we do. I had a photo with him too. I actually had like even like since I was in the convention, I even had like some food like next to him. And that was the one recently. I literally sat down with the man. We started eating like some chicken wings made by the cafeteria in the convention, and just talking while the convention was empty. That was pretty cool. Sebastian Bonnie and another KR fan. I see you are a person of culture. The Ranger is also Jenny Don Bucks. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, who also plays Zero? I did not know that. That's interesting. I'm very I forgot like all the roles. I know he plays so many freaking roles in video games. Yeah. One more thing about Vic here. Let's see. I went to a Vic Mignogna Q&A the last time, and he came to PRCC, and it was around the time the allegation of him with younger fans was going around. Yeah, that's a strong topic. I remember all of that ongoing at that time. In fact, I remember in that in that specific convention where he went over there in PRCC, someone took a photo of him like behind him and saying that they were gonna throw something at him, like a bottle of water. I don't think they did that because that would be massive disrespectful, even for the person who was as a guest. I wanted to see if anyone else said anything about it, but he went on a rant all by himself. Oh, that's interesting. And speaking of rants and stuff like that, there's something. Okay, so this one's kind of tricky to explain, but I was in a local hobby shop around here, and I was talking to the owner, and the owner was ranting about conventions and their topics. And this was something that they said. They was just telling me how much they hate cosplayers, and that's kind of brutal. It's like, oh my god, they're telling me this like with all the confidence in the world, and it's like, yeah, they were notorious for that. It's what I didn't believe that conventions have their own ecosystem over here. I guess that happens everywhere. It doesn't matter the state that I go to. The local conventions will always have their own drama. Like it was super deep stuff that he was telling me. I'm like, whoa, I'm just a customer. But okay, share with me all those details about how much you hate cosplayers. and I went online and checked the groups, and I was like, yeah, some people hate that. Some people hate the person who make the convention too. But they still visit it because it's still pretty packed when I go. That's something that I heard. I witnessed of myself. I guess there were. I don't don't remember what I said to them for them to confess all that story to me. But they were telling me all that, and I was like, well, it says a lot about you too, my dude. All right, so one more comment here. Another experience from a convention. The line for Pokeball Habitat was so bad. There was a huge crowd, and I waited 90 minutes just to be told that it was capped when the line never moved. That is an unfortunate experience. That sucks. I know that. I know that experience of waiting super long in line just to be told that you won't be able to get the item. I hear stories like that in San Diego Comic-Con when it comes to like exclusive items and scalpers who are trying to get their entire family online just to get one of the exclusive items from the convention, and it just clocks up. It's really fucked up. And another convention story here from the main post. The craziest convention story that I've had. It happened to me back in 2019 when I cosplayed as Lobok from Akame Kill and had this girl that I didn't know cosplaying as Estet stalking me most of the time in the convention. Sheesh. Woo! That is really unlucky. I know I've seen that. I witnessed that from my boots all the time. I could tell. The we can always tell who's the little stalker around, who's the creep, and that was sickening. It's something that I always say. It happened in a lot of local conventions that I went to, especially the one that's always being around mentioned in my comment section. It happened along with Kaisen. It even happened with some of the staff, and I don't remember if the staff is there with them anymore or associated, but there was a lot of creepy dudes. A lot of creepy dudes. Hell, not dudes. Hell, and I'm a little bit more diverse. Also, creepy woman. Yeah, tons of them. Like super creepy woman who always like have these hug me signs and stuff like that, and it's like, whoa, this is super uncomfortable. I had a super uncomfortable experience with someone hiding under the boot. I had to tell them off because I was like, nope, that's not a place to be hiding. And yeah, it just messes up the boots. These people are misbehaving in the conventions, and I'll get to something like that. I'll get to something even more uncomfortable in a minute once I stop reading these. Someone here mentioned that their experience in a convention was that they blacked out. They blacked out in a convention in Colossal Con East. I feel so sorry for that. I asked them what was going on. If it was like dehydration, they said it was a heat stroke, alcohol, and other drugs. The hot tub not a good mix. Oh my god, my dude, you went through so much. That's wild. Wild stories in convention is always like super super chaotic. Some people think that a convention is an excuse to like go party like you never did. I know some people are like deprived from like social circles, and I think that's what's going on. I think I can safely say that. I think that one of the things that inspire people to do crazy things in convention times is the fact that most weeps or nerds don't really have that experiences in like wild parties. So they think that this is an opportunity to be like a super wild party. And don't get me started with like the content creator side of it, because I listen to a lot of it on like different podcasts and on YouTube, and I hear some stories that are just like ridiculous. Like, oh god, like creepy fans and also content creators trying to be sleaze bags, and you hear about it a lot on Twitter. People getting canceled left and right because they were super creepy in the convention. Oh my god, that is something that is like super shocking to always hear. Cosplay does not equal consent. Very well said. It's true. Alright, so continuing here. The next one. So this experience is about at one con a few years ago, someone was arrested for pulling a fire alarm and getting everyone evacuated in the middle of the winter in the evening. Shit. That's big. I've actually been in an experience like that. Someone, there was nobody running. I guess nobody gave a fuck if they were escaped with their lives. They care more about watching cute merchandise in the booths that they didn't run at all. At least where I was, nobody was running. Did they get in trouble? I don't remember if they got caught. Comment here. Oh, yo, what's up, Sane? It's 4 a.m. right now for me, and I can't sleep. Well, then you're welcome to stick around until you fall asleep. All right. So someone here. Oh, this is you, Desi. I see your comment right here. Brings out the Kaizen 2000s binder. Woof. You know, I still have my shirt from Kaizen. I'll see if I can take a photo of it and remember, and I'll post it on my timeline. I actually have a shirt from the one of the OG Kaizen. When you see it, you're probably gonna start feeling like the wrinkles on your face. I have the shirt from the Kaizen conversion still, and they had a good mascot back then. I don't know what happened after that. They just like started changing their mascot all the time. I don't even remember if the mascot was like a ripoff of another character. Probably was. Not to check teleconvention so much. I know the convention helped me a lot financially, but at the same time, it was super chaotic. I'll have one more story about that in a minute. So, one more convention story here. I won a small MKX tournament without even knowing how to play. And I got food poisoning at a convention. Yeah, food poisoning in conventions is like real trash. I mean, it happens often because sometimes I can tell you this. I can tell you about this because I got told about it myself because I was I also know about the background of the convention. Sometimes those convention centers, like the buildings, they have like old cooking appliances, and they're all gritty and muddy, and they haven't been used in like a couple of days, and then they just start using them like nothing, like without sanitizing them or cleaning them. So that's why that's why you're probably gonna get food poisoning from eating at a convention. It doesn't happen in all of them, but I'm just telling you that if you probably got food poisoning, it's exactly for that reason. You probably were eating food from a grill or a greasy stove that has not been cleaned in days or used in days. So all that bacteria has just been accumulating there until like the next weekend. So somebody used it. That's what's going on. More Kaizen story here. Kaizen was a religious experience, LOL. But I met a lot of good people there, so it wasn't all bad. Yeah, it's always good to look at the positive side, even if it's a shithole. Oh, and one more convention story here. I got quite a few more to go. I met someone off Anime Expo several years ago who would dig his who would dig his pass out the trash. Wait. Let me read this better because this is kind of messy, but it's kind of nasty at the same time. I met someone from Anime Expo several years ago who would dig his pass out of the trash. Oh, they would get the ticket out of the trash. I bet you that must have been quite a while ago. I don't know if the system has changed, but it says here, and he would steal from the artist alley. Oh, that's disgusting. That's fucking disgusting. A lot of those artists are poor. Why would you be stealing from artists? How call out. I gotta be careful about stuff like that. Why would you steal from artists? It's disgusting. And they would sneak. Okay, so more information. They would sneak in around the staff to get into the events. Some parents of the kids were teaching him to pickpocket from other door frames at a food stall, and I was the target. But I noticed him trying to reach for my pocket. Friggin' fire old Gremley. Holy crap! Keep your kids in check. In fact, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. If the convention's gonna be as dangerous like the San Diego Comic Con, be extremely careful of bringing your fucking kids. I don't have anything about kids, but holy hell, sometimes those conventions they can get a little rowdy and dangerous. So just be careful. You're there to enjoy like all the pop culture stuff as an adult. Try to consume it carefully. I'm not saying that kids can't enjoy conventions. Just be extremely careful, especially with caring about your kid. Holy shit. That's something that always like made me mad when I was going to conventions. Kids who will like touch shit or break it. I had a kid who broke a coffee cup from a Nintendo coffee cup that I had on my table, and their mom didn't want it to pay it. And I was like so pissed. I was like, yo, they broke it. I was like, oh, why do you keep it in the corner? It was not in the corner. They grabbed the freaking coffee cup. It was an NES coffee cup, and they freaking dropped it like in front of the booth, and it broke. So I just told him, hey, yo, you're gonna get kicked out if you don't pay that. I have a lot of witnesses. It was packed. So, but I also had another experience with someone else, bro. Another coffee cup, but they were super generous. Not only did they pay it, but they also bought something from the booth as well because they felt so bad. So I was like, okay, I guess that's the win. But yeah, don't be a dick. Try to respect the vendors as well. Even if they got like shitty prices, then just ignore them and walk away. Don't give them a hard time. If you see a shitty vendor, and I'll say this openly, if you see a shitty vendor who has like terrible prices, ignore it and move on. They'll know. They'll be self-aware that their prices are shit, and maybe they'll lower it later or whatever. But yeah, and also if a vendor has like, don't try to be also sneaky about prices, because I know that sometimes we gotta make profit somehow. But yeah, just try to be careful about that. Stop. One more comment here. More comments about Kaizen, of course. We got a couple of people here who went to Kaizen. So I stopped going to Kaizen after one. I went on Catano. I had a breakdown over rejection. Yeah, that's difficult. Yeah, the Kaizen forum had a gold mine. Lots of laugh. Yeah, I've always saw photos about stuff that was going on in Kaizen. It was super interesting back then. It really takes me back. More stories about convention here. Oh yeah, this one I gotta be careful with that word. I don't know. I think YouTube allows it. but it's already past the hour, so yeah, we can I can safely say it. So this guy here said, so in one of the conventions, and I saw this personally with my own eyes. I wasn't a retail person yet, but I saw a group of cosplayers that were doing Nazi cosplays, and it was super conflicting as hell. Yeah, I remember that. They immediately got kicked out of the booth of the convention. I mean, oh, sorry. I saw a group like that in the convention. They were wearing those uniforms and they were marching inside. I was like, what were they thinking? Holy crap. They were trying to make a fandom out of the wrong thing at the wrong place. And speaking of that, hold on. One more thing here about Jessica Nigiri. I remember Jessica Nigiri. I talked to her. She was very nice. I talked to her in one of the conventions that I worked at in PR. Here's the post. Yeah, here we go. That one time that I met Jessica Nigiri and got her autograph, the base of one of my Supersonical figures, I have photo evidence. Oh, that's cool. So you got an autograph of her and one Sonical figure? That's cool. That you got to meet Tara Strong. Unfortunately I did not get to meet Tara Strong. And over here he says, yeah, that was pretty much it. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. You talk about some positive experiences. There's always positive experiences with conventions. I'm very thankful about conventions. They really took me far. Like, no matter how shit it was, it really, really took me far. I don't assist. Okay, so we got conventions here from Mexico. It says here, they said, I don't assist cons from Mexico because, in my opinion, the cons are cringy and nothing of value for here in Mexico. So I don't have that much stories. That's okay. That says a lot itself. Oh my god, I don't know what's going on with me tonight. Some more trivia. It says, as a trivia, I can tell you that every official con have advertisement telling to the attendants that please take a shower and use deodorant. That's super important too. I think even in like the Anime Expo, they were like they were giving warnings about that too. Speaking of Anime Expo had some really unsavory news about like the checkout of the baggage and the food, because I know some conventions don't allow you to bring your own water because it's like the airport, because it has a problem with the liquids because of all the things that you'd be able to bring in liquid. It's really hard to identify what it is. And yeah, Anime Expo was throwing away some people's like backpacks and stuff like that. I'm not trying to like allegedly. That's the word I'm looking for. I need to be careful. I need to learn how to use that word more often. Allegedly, Anime Expo was doing some unsavory things with people's belongings, and apparently, but they immediately on Twitter said that they were going to investigate the situation. So you can look it up all on Twitter as well. Most of the things that I'm saying here about Anime Expo has already been like on Twitter, and they're moving around. You can see the videos. You can see the photo in the background that I have right now. It's an anime. I don't know if it is a photo of Anime Expo, but Anime Expo was super full. It was even more full than this. It was one of the halls was like super difficult to walk. So we got another story here. And this one is a little bit touchy. It says an organizer from a convention asked me for DMs for a private session. Oh God, that is vile. Why would they do that? Must be uncomfortable as hell. I'm so sorry you went through that. He was a 50-plus-year-old man, married with kids. And they were underage? What the hell? I've seen those situations myself, and that was disgusting. I saw them with my own eyes, like people trying to be sleazebag when it comes to that. I saw, very unsavory things outside of the convention, because when I was like carrying the luggage back to the car, I've always saw stuff and I kept hearing everything around me. I was always very active because I need to be safe about my own stuff that doesn't get stolen. And I always kept my ears out really loud. Oh, sorry, I forgot to read your comment, Des. I remember Jessica Nigri coming to PRCC. Her comment on how much of a good time she had here is still such a highlight to me. Yeah, that was very heartwarming. It was very cool. It doesn't matter how much smack the girl gets. She knows how to do her stuff. She knows the art form of the cosplay that she has, and she does it very strongly, even to this day, and that's awesome. And oh damn, all the PR con drama. Oh yeah, I remember this comment. This person for someone who used to work with me in conventions. All right, and here we have the Kaisam and Bayamon. Yeah. Oh God, I'm getting to this one right now, RJ. Uh, so there was a guy dressed as Plusle and Minum doing quote unquote a helping hand. I remember. Oh my God, I even remember. I think taking pictures of them because I used to be a when I was a convention goer. I used to take pictures of people. I remember having a picture of these people in my phone. Oh God, that is nasty. I think that phone is already trash and burning up. I don't have those photos anymore, thank goodness. But I didn't. But yeah, I saw people doing um not safe for work things. I don't think I'm supposed to say that word here. At least not. This isn't Twitch. All right, so let's go right here. One more. So a security guy power bombed that guy who was wearing the KFC bucket over his head, trying to provoke a mosh pit. Oh, this sounds extremely familiar. I mean, it sounds so. It sounds like something I would read. It sounds like something I saw. I don't remember. That one moment, I met a girl cosplaying Nissan, who I later found out was a notorious for being a stalker and a pretty unpleasant person. Ooh, also sounds familiar. Shit, that's a lot of familiar person. There's a lot of stalker stories here. That's a that I can see a pattern here. I remember the plus of the mind and no, please forget. Make you forget. I need to forget. I need to open the gears on my head and I need to forget these things. Alright, so one more comment here. It says here, I don't know if you guys remember, but they tried ripping me off at AnimeCon, which was organized with the same people who did Kaisen. Man, it's all about Kaisen. And I had posted complaints from Saturday and Sunday to the police. And I started saying that my ticket was 1-day ticket, which was exclusively a 2-day ticket that I paid for. The organizer saw what happened and let me in. And he started talking to me and explained that everything that happened couldn't even completely happen. That is very unfortunate. I'm so sorry that happened. It really sucks. Yeah, that's the problem with the ticket. The ticket system needs to be a little bit more safer. I think that was my first Kaisen. ... Those 3 dots says a lot. And one more here. The Doctor got a costume that's related to the new movie of Doctor Strange, I think. And I saw a guy cross-dressing, giving head to another guy at the car park. Ew. Nasty. Keep that shit in the hotels. People already do plenty of creepy things in hotels, but do it in a convention? How down bad are you? Holy crap. Nah. I I hate it here, please. Aside from so I saw the entire pattern of this comment section and it was related to a lot of creepy stalkers, lots of people being dishonorable and disgusting in conventions. That's not news. That's not even else. You know what? When it comes to convention culture, I practically seen it all. I've seen people do the whole yaoi pads. I don't know if anyone remember that. It's the wooden paddles. I remember that was banned because people were hurting other people with the yaoi paddles. That was a thing, and I actually lived through that. I actually survived through that. I actually got hit with one of those paddles, and it was on the back. I got hit on the back, but it wasn't like super strong hit. But I got hit like without my consent. People were wild back in the day. When are we gonna do episode 2 of our podcast? Oh, hi, Shuffle Demon. Yeah, this isn't the time for that, but I will tell you for that. We will do it right in because that's on Twitch, my dude. We'll do that over there, little demon. We'll do by the way, if you all don't know, I have a new show on my Twitch, which I randomly do through the week. I should have been saying this on the updates. I didn't say it at all, but I have a show related to doing interviews with the people or doing kind of like it's just an invitation, a participation. That's what I wanted to say. I want to let you all know that my interview show is not only for VTubers, it's for everyone that I met across social media. For now, I'm calling the show Just Sane, and that show has to do with just having a conversation. It can be a quick 10-minute conversation, 30 minutes, 1 hour, because it has already happened. So far, all of the guests have either stayed for like 30 minutes and plus, no shorter than that. I decided to put a little bit of music on the background, but I need to tell more stories about convention in a minute. So yeah, I did an interview with some VTubers as well, and it was very interesting. You can see some of those videos as I upload them in my YouTube. Right now, I have episode 1 and 2, and they were very great. I loved every second of it. I'm glad that the people had an amazing experience, and yeah, and unfortunately, it's been a blessing. I hope I don't get to meet someone like who's not pleased with my VTuber collaborations. So yeah. So you're saying over there, Shuffle, you're saying, oh, I never experienced weird stuff at conventions, sadly. Would have made things more interesting. You actually, yeah, I guess for the story, it would have been cool. It would have been awesome to do to have some experience like that. But trust me, I'm pretty sure you're better a lot you're much better with a lot of them. You don't need your life to be chaotic for it to be entertaining. My life has been boring. That's something that I always say. My life has been boring, and sometimes I'm not happy about it. But in the end, right now, well, it's not the end, but I just want to say that I'm glad that most of the time my life isn't boring, because it means that I probably did a good job at not annoying anyone or being a burden to anyone. Hopefully, right? I know that, yeah, I caused my own share of problems in the past, but it's at this point, it's nothing that it's like, well, really big, nothing dramatic. I'm generally a boring person. There is no such thing as a quick 30-minute conversation. That's true. Actually, yeah, no, I can't fight that. You're right. You're right. But I always try to organize the conversation with VTubers to be like super fast, so I don't take their time. So far, it's been great. One more convention story that's pretty wild that I want to tell. I'm not done with the podcast, but I have some things to share right now. There was one time in the convention we mentioned here a lot, the one with the letter K, Kaisen. I actually stayed inside the convention hall, sleeping overnight, because they were offering the vendors that live far away, if they didn't want it to go to like the hotel or anything like that. So I literally stayed inside the main hall. I slept in the floor, and oh my god, that was really interesting, because I saw something that it was just like super creepy. I almost had a fight with a dude who was like checking the boots while everyone was sleeping. So I just kept my eyes entirely open. It was super uncomfortable. I was in the floor. All I did was I just took out the sleeping mat and the pillow that I had on my car, and I bought some stuff in the nearest Walgreens, and I just dealt with that. I bought a change of clothes over there, and that's what I did. It was a mistake. I should have gone back to like the place that I was staying, but I thought it would be an interesting story for me to stay inside the vendor's hall and sleeping in there. Hey, that was crazy. I don't think they should have allowed doing something like that. But I managed to meet overnight over there some vendors, and we had like the most amazing time ever. I met some vendors that we just talked until like 2 a.m. Literally sitting in front of our booths. We just made a circle with our chairs, and we saw all that. Yeah, it was a Bayamon. No, wait, no. It wasn't in Bayamon? I don't remember which one it was. But we stayed inside the vendor hall. We were sleeping in there. It was cold as hell. I had no energy the next day, but I still managed to endure. And that was crazy. I don't think I told that story to literally anyone, how I managed to stay inside Kaisen sleeping overnight. And yeah, I almost had a fight with that dude that was like looking very suspicious around the booths. If it wasn't for the fact that someone was awake or staring, they would like move out of the way. Oh, one more thing here. It says, I almost got laid because of one thing. What the hell was that, bruh? It's not convention time. It's not time for that, you know. There's plenty of other social circles for that. There's an art to separating normal life with dramatic life. You know what? That's an interesting way to look at it. I'll keep that in mind. And also, one more thing that I wanted to share. Hold on, let me see if I can find it here. And when it comes to all these booths and stuff, the PC talk, the fan art. Yeah, I think I pretty much covered most of the topics for tonight. If there's anything that anyone else want me to touch on, then I'll be more happy to listen. It's been delightful talking about conventions. I like conventions. I really, really love them. I understand people that don't want to assist them because it's just like a mess. And right now, all the problems with people fear getting COVID in Anime Expo, they're super huge. But conventions in general is something that I like just because I meet friends. Or if I'm not there to meet friends, at least I get to see like all the amazing merchandise that I'm probably not gonna be buying. I'm only gonna be buying I don't remember what's the most I spent in a convention as a visitor. So I want to remember. I think it was $300, probably in like anime figures and plush and shit like that. It's usually the thing that I always go to. I stopped buying posters and keychains like at some time. If I buy them, it's because they're like very specific. But I think that was just like an early college kind of fever that I had to buy posters and anime scrolls and lots of things that were not official. Yeah, I try to keep things most legit, but it's difficult. One problem that some conventions have, especially in PR, is like it's the abundance of like things that are not official. But you gotta give a break to people who try to sell them because the competition is just fierce. At least it was. There was a time. Oh my god, I forgot to tell this story. Oh my god, this one's big. I almost died at a convention. Like literally, like no joke. This was the shittiest convention that I visited as a vendor. This is the one that I wanted to say. I went to a convention in the middle of the freaking island in PR, and it was in a very dangerous place. I was desperate for money, and on the way there, we saw like a car who would crash. And going to the middle of island of PR is so dangerous. And the stupid convention wasn't even worth it. I probably was like the only vendor who sold something in there because it was so pathetic. I have no chill for that convention. I don't even want to say the name or name drop it, but holy crap. It's so bad. We ended up calling it a quinceañera because that's what it felt like. The hall was so small. And the visitors were just like local people who lived there in the mountain who've never been in a freaking convention. And selling there was super difficult. If it wasn't because I made some deals with some people to do like a small meetup that were locals, I would have not made a single dollar. Aside from that, I left early. And the person who did the person who made the convention felt so bad. And they started clinging up to me like, please don't leave. Please don't leave. I don't want you to leave. You have a really nice booth. Yeah, they were literally begging me to stay there. That was super sad. I literally left that convention like in the middle of it because I knew I wasn't gonna make any fucking money staying there. It was so bad. I think they only made one of those events. Apparently they had plans to make more, but nothing got done in there. It was so terrible. Also, it happened at another convention which I left earlier because it was so bad as well. It was in a hotel. I remember there was a comic book shop who was making this convention, and after they made the convention, they went bankrupt because they spent so much money on like the convention, the guests and all that stuff, and it was like nobody came to the convention. Like not that many people came to the convention because PR had a problem with it. They had an epidemic, and it wasn't based on COVID. It was based on freaking the amount of conventions that were popping up at one time. It was ridiculous. That was the thing that I wanted to share that I almost forgot. It was super sad. Because at one point conventions in PR they were great because it was like 3 of them a year at least, and it was super like memorable. But then everybody who had some minimal budget was trying to make their own conventions, and it was so sad. Some of them were like stupid conventions made like in a schoolyard, something like that. And I was like, wow, this is really sad. Vendors are not gonna make any money here, and they're overcharging way too much for this stupid booth. Yeah. The quinceañera, what town, if you remember? I don't remember the name of it. I do remember that the closest thing to it was the chicken factory, Pollo Picu. I think that's the one. It was around there. And that's as much as I can say. Yeah, it was pretty sad. I try to go conventions only that were like nearby, like on the north area. So I felt bad for people who had conventions like in the south, because I was like, well, I can't make it, and I know I had a lot of friends in the south. Yeah, at one point there were too many local conventions. It was really bad. Yeah, but I met so many wonderful people in conventions. It doesn't matter where I went. Luckily, I guess it was my first experience as a niche micro celebrity IRL. I don't think I can consider myself like that in IRL, but at some point I felt like everybody kind of knew me in all the conventions because I went to all of them. It was so cool. I was really honored to meet a lot of people here that are friends. Practically, like I want to say that half of the people in this chat section I met thanks to conventions. Yeah, I can safely say that. In That's very cool. Even if I met them through like Facebook groups, like even in the dark days of the MLP era. Yeah, because I was into that too. But even if I met them in times like that, I really treasure all those times because at one point I did meetups in convention with a lot of you, so that was that was very cool. I love that. Yeah, and that's why I love conventions. I want to go to them more often, but right now, sadly, they're a little too far from me, and I'm trying to do so much. There's conventions in the local area that I want to go to, but let's see how I go about that. I'll leave that for the future me to worry about. Well, I think that does it for today's IN-SAIN Podcast. I hope you all enjoyed this talk about conventions and all the chat pools and stuff. I'm trying to get. Hopefully, you'll like the format, and yeah, I hope I catch all of you. Some of you visiting my Twitch as well. I will be there over there with more guests during the week. I'm sorry to those that I have not sent a message to, even though they sent me a message. I got so many requests that I've been afraid of posting. Oh, that's an honor. Yeah, thank you, Thomas. I'm really honored that I met you too. The super honor. You're a super iconic dude in my timeline. Please don't leave. Like I said, if you wanted to support me in other ways, right now visiting my Twitch is probably the thing that I want to increase the most. I already got all the followers to get an affiliate. The only thing that I need to do right now is increase the viewers. Increase the viewers, at least to have 3 or more at the same time. So they'll give me the affiliate thing so I can start putting freaking ads and stuff. On YouTube, the goal is getting 1,000 subscriber. And right now, every week I get at least 10 plus. So we're right now on the 880 mark, and luckily it stays there. The dark days of MLP, oh god, yeah. I want to discard those days, but at the same time treasure all the good times. If you want to support this show, just go to my socials. That's all what I wanted to say, and I hope you all have a really good night. I hope you enjoy all the news about Anime Expo, all the figures. Please don't overspend all your money on weep shit. Try to keep your budget to a minimum. Just get your favorite figures or get the ones that are nice. Some characters do have figures that already exist, so you don't need to always like get the ones that are new. Oops, I show below my waist. That should never be shown. Never be shown. Yeah. And I hope you like my chaotic energy. Oh yeah, and see you around. See you on the socials as usual. See you on Facebook and on Twitter. So you all have a good night. Thank you. Yeah, good night. What are you still doing here? I will keep it up there. Actually, hold on. Is this the last of it? Yeah. My stupid brain keeps thinking that I forgot something to talk about. I don't know what it is. Huh. There was the games. I covered games. I covered anime. I covered the conventions, which was the main topic of the week. I covered the mailbag. And oh yeah, support, donations, goals, etc. That's all in the description. Yeah, I got those notifications on. Oh, I forgot the cup. I forgot to put the cup on it. I'll leave that there. Just saying. Yeah, if I change my screen, oops, there we go. I changed. This is for those looking at the screen. This is the new screen that I added for the guest. And on the left side, I will have all the guests sitting right there. Right now on YouTube, you can watch the 2 interviews that I did, and after this, I'll be uploading the new one for the VTuber that I interviewed. Yeah, I guess that's the last thing that I could say. We're good. All right then, officially now. Good night.